bottom line. I think the bottom line of slavery are your own senses. Like, no matter what I'm told, that it's cold outside, I feel warm. That's the bottom line. So once they can convince you that your senses are wrong, well, then you're completely open for the slave programming. Once you can look at something with your eyes and ignore your eyes, you're a prime candidate. So I think a lot of this has also something to do with that. You are gonna say that's a girl. That's what you are going to say because you have to. And if you say it long enough, you'll think it. And if you won't, your children will, because we'll tell them. So eventually, you're gonna say it. And then it becomes true. Then you ignore your eyes. Now you believe anything, right? Till the next thing comes along. I wanna actually genuinely give my heartfelt condolences to any young person who falls for this crap, because you're gonna be so miserable for the rest of your life. If you chop off your genitals and take a whole bunch of chemicals as a teenager, you are gonna be miserable for the rest of your life.
Yes.
You're never gonna be the person you wanna be. You're never gonna be accepted as that person. You're never gonna feel happy inside. If you fall for this, I genuinely feel sorry for you. You have to throw away all the science and your entire worldview and everything about how you view the world. You have to eject that from your brain and call me what I want to be called. Is extremely arrogant. And if I went through the world and said everyone had to call me King Andrew, they'd tell me shut up. Why? If they can get called whatever they want, I should be able to get called whatever I want. I want to be King Andrew, #1 savior of Earth, climate change activist. That's what I want to be. And if anybody calls me anything else, they're a bigot. That's what we're going to do. If we're going to go down that path, I'm going to make sure that my title is good. Lord of all beasts of the land and fishes in the sea. The most honorable man who's ever lived. The fastest human alive. Who cares? Doesn't matter that I can't run fastest. It doesn't matter, Tucker. I'm the fastest human alive. You must affirm my belief. I'm the fastest man alive. Greatest man in show business. Sorry, Tucker. You think you can go to Tajikistan where people are trying to eat and talk to them about gender and all this garbage? They'll be like, listen, you're a man, this needs doing. Shut up, right? There's no time for any of that. So as the Western world is self-destructing in real time, there are places in the world where none of this crap is happening. It's amazing how quickly they can adapt. And that's for their own survival. That's fantastic. But then if you extrapolate that and you understand that to be true, then you also understand that women are more susceptible to programming to a degree. I got called misogynistic by saying that if you sit 100 men and 100 women down in front of propaganda, I believe that women are more likely to believe a lot of it. I think a lot of liberals are female. They're more emotional, and it's easier to convince them of something if you use an emotionally led argument, right? So if by extension you now have women who are emotionally led, who are being convinced and their logic is failing because they're being tricked with an emotionally led argument, and the man they're meeting has no principle and no honor, and he can't resist that, she's in charge of the house, well now she's telling the man what to do. Right? If I would have come home during COVID and my woman said, you need to wear a mask, I'd say, no, I don't. End of conversation. Where if I was a simp, you need to wear a mask. Okay, baby.